Hey guys, what is up? It is Danlags, and welcome back to another Let's Build, everybody. So today we're going to be building an Oriental house. We're going to get started with it right now. And this is something that's going to be a little bit different that's from anything else I've done on my channel in the past. I wanted to branch out a little bit, try something different. I got a lot of suggestions on what I should do for Let's Builds, and this is ultimately what I chose to do. So we're going to go ahead and get started with it. So I'm going to build some sort of Oriental Asian style house. It's going to be a little bit more traditional, so it's not going to be anything modern or anything like that. Something that you might see in maybe like, I don't know, some movies or something like that, or just like kind of it's gonna be a little bit old-fashioned, but that's my goal for this Let's Build. Again, this is gonna be the pilot episode where we're just gonna kind of start out and just see how it looks. And I think this is gonna be the kind of episode. Normally when I like to do Let's Builds, I like to do something that's pretty conservative, like a modern house or a traditional house, something that I know how to build and something I know I can make it look good. For this is going to be a little bit different because this is going to be kind of like a boom or bust thing. I'm really not sure what I'm doing with this, but I'm really going to try to make something that stands out and is really, really cool. So let's go ahead and just to get started with it. I'm going to start off with some pillars here to kind of like start out with the front, porch or something like that. So let's see. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go up a couple more on each one of these. And we're just going to make these pillars here. And basically I'm going to start out with like a porch. It's going to be a pretty big build. I chose like this flat area. There's kind of like a snow biome and a hill in the background, which I think is kind of cool. So that should be a pretty nice background for this build. Hopefully I'll give myself enough space. I think there should be plenty of space to do it. I might just play it safe real quick and just move it up a few blocks just in case, so I have enough room for a backyard. So let me just quickly do that. So anyway, guys, the difference between a Let's Build and a tutorial series is that I simply... that might be a little bit too tall. Yeah, it is. The difference between a Let's Build and a tutorial series, everybody, remember, I don't count off the blocks in a Let's Build series. It's really more for the inspiration for you guys instead of like actually following along and building it. Now, people still do follow along and build Let's Builds, and you're feel free to do that. And if you do that, I just said do. If you feel to do that, then just go ahead and send me a pic on Twitter of the build, and I would love to check it out. So anyway, I have these 2 pillars here and this cow, so it's a good start. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some spruce wood here, and then I'm going to place some stairs, so I have like a little lining of stairs. I'm going to place some clay blocks on the side. I'm using red stained clay for this because I love the way it looks, so I'm going to use it. You know what? I like the way it looks, so I'm just going to go with it. Could use red wool. I'm using the default texture pack as well because I think I just want to use it. I feel like this is the best texture pack overall for this kind of build. So, again, I don't really know that for certain, but it's kind of what I'm rolling with here. So I'm going to go up like 2 blocks from right here and place an upside down stair right there in both of those blocks. I'm going to place an upside down stair on the side right here and right here as well. Let's place some slabs. I'm going to go like 3 slabs right there. That should be good. Alright, so now I'm going to place some upside down stairs here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to place a regular stair right here. Let's clear out some of this grass. Regular stair. We're playing on Minecraft Xbox One. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, but this is the same seed that I built my traditional house, my last traditional mansion Let's Build, and also the barn for Builder's Challenge. So I built both of those on this seed. They're far away. I had to fly pretty far to find a good area to build. So there we go. That looks pretty good. All right, and I need to get out some anvils as well. So I'm just gonna put away something for now, just like red stained. Just place some anvils on this blocks right here. Let's go like 5 across. I might even want to stick these in a little bit. That might be better. And maybe just kind of wrap around the spruce design here. Yeah, let's do that. So we're just going to take this around like this. Same thing on this side. And this is going to be our front porch here. Again, this building is going to be pretty cool. Wait, there's something on fire over there. Oh my god, one of those typical lava pockets just randomly. Yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, this is going to be a little bit more traditional. So it's going to be... I don't know. I don't really know how to explain this, but it's gonna look like kind of like a castle. I got some inspiration from this to do a build like this from a couple of things. One from the Cribcraft guys. They made a pagoda in their world. It was like an Oriental, Japanese, Chinese pagoda or whatever you want to call it. I thought that was really cool. So that was one thing I got an idea from. Another thing was I wanted to do something kind of similar to a map in Call of Duty World at War called Castle. So that's kind of something I'm going to be, banking off of a little bit. But overall, it's going to be really, really unique and something that, like, I don't think I've ever built before. Like, nothing like I built in the past. So it should be pretty cool when it's done. Hopefully, again, it's going to be something that's going to be, I don't know how to really word it, but it's going to be really different, and it's going to be something that is going to be, you know, I guess it's going to be a risk, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be great right away. It's not safe is what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's going to be different. So I got this little start here, which looks pretty good. Let's see, what else do I want to add? I want to put some fence gates on this build. So I'm going to throw some fence gates up here right above this right there. I think I'll throw some upside down stairs right here. We got to find a place to put this little, I'm going to put it right here. That should look pretty good like that. I don't know if I want to indent that one block, but so far so good. Over here, let's go ahead and add something else here. Let's go ahead and place a slab in the middle on each one of these. Let's place some stairs like running off from each side of that, and that might look pretty good. Yeah, that looks great. All right, so yeah, if you're using this if you're building this along with me in a different texture pack, I would recommend a few. I would recommend, for one, the city would probably be the best besides the default, in my opinion. Again, that's kind of you know, it's really up to you, but I would say the city texture pack is probably the best, other than the default. But I'd definitely go with the default here, no doubt about it. The best choice for this kind of build. All right, so I want to make like kind of a curving roof, and this is something that's going to be, I don't know, a little bit hard to explain, but hopefully it'll turn out nice. I just want to kind of curve the roof a little bit. And again, this is going to be like, you know, the pilot episode, so everything I do on this episode is going to be up for change, but it's also going to be, you know, just kind of like a start, just to get myself started and see what I can come up with here, because, again, this is totally new for me, so building this is going to be kind of, you know, I'm going to be learning as I go, which is, you know, always a fun way to play Minecraft, you know, trying to learn new things as you go. So I'm going to enjoy this a lot, and hopefully you guys will too. So we got 3. As far as projected episode total for this is, oof, that's a tough one. I would go with maybe 10. It's going to be a big build, no doubt about it. It's going to be very fancy, so it's going to be cool. I just kind of have this vision in my mind of what I want, so hopefully it'll turn out the way I hope in my mind. Hopefully, no guarantees, but I'm hoping. All right, so I'm going to replace that with that, and then obviously that goes there. And this is, I'm just trying to curve this design as best I can. I should probably do that. How's that looking? That's not too bad, actually. I like that. Let's do it on this side as well. I just want to make sure I get this right. So we go like that, and then we kind of fill it up through here. All right. So I've really been I've been itching to start a new Let's Build recently, guys. I've been really itching for it. I love doing Let's Builds. It's like one of my favorite things to do on my channel. I haven't done one in a while since I kind of just didn't have any ideas for it. I really wanted to do it. I just couldn't. I wanted to think something that was really cool and unique. So, you know, I didn't want to do another modern house. I didn't want to do another traditional house or a mansion or anything like that. I wanted to do something like so different, something that I've really never done before, and that's the goal with this Let's Build. All right, so we have this, which looks pretty good. It still needs work, no doubt about it. But this is a great start. So what do I want to put in here is the question. I could add a like a slab there, possibly. But let's go in here for a second and figure this out. So what I want to do with this is kind of take up another pillar here. This is going to be just another one of these red stained clay pillars, which is a lovely looking block in this default texture pack. So I would recommend it. All the stained clays look fantastic in this texture pack. So I've already used red and cyan for this build. So anyway, let's continue here. So where do I want to put the roofing on this? I'm thinking that I'm going to put it, let me get out some full blocks here. I think I'm going to put it like here. First off, let's figure out what I want to do with this. I could probably break that block and place that. Yeah, that's going to look fine. All right, so let's break these. Those are just placeholder blocks anyway. So yeah, the roof will be through here. This should be 4 or 5 blocks tall here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's pretty tall ceiling in here. That's fine. No big deal. So let's just kind of fill this in. Let's break that and get this filled in here. I can figure out what I want to do with that in a second. All right, so let's just get this all filled in. I might lower it to 4. We'll see. We're gonna play around with it, but we'll start with 5 for now in terms of the ceiling height in here. And let's actually extend this all the way through, just to like right there for now. I can extend this further as well. How many blocks is this? 2. let's make this 3 because I'm going to be putting the door here. So I want to have this nice and wide. All right, so let's do that. Again, this doesn't really matter, but do that anyway. All right, how's this looking? Not too shabby. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of refocus to the front here and figure out what I want to do with this. So one thing I want to do is add another trap door here. What are those things called? Fence gates. My bad. Add another one of those there because I like the way those look. For whatever reason, when I look at this from a distance, those fence gates just that gives me something that I like. So we're gonna roll with that. All right, so we're gonna have this kind of coming across here as well. We're gonna kind of build like the same exact roof design here, like again, as I did before. So we got that, and then I want to extend this up, obviously. So like to there, and then have this go there. Actually, that's not right. Like that, and then like that, and that should be good. Yeah, the goal is just to make it so it kind of like works from every angle. So we're so far so good. We're doing great, everybody. All right, so there we go. And again, this is like the first episode, so I'll probably make some changes to it, just based on what I see in between, and then I'll get back to you guys, obviously. But right now, I like the way this looks. So what do I want to do in here? I think I might want to break these blocks. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in here, because I want to have like something, like some sort of something in here. We're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna leave it blank right now. I don't really like that being there. So like what I mean by that is I don't like. Let me get out some full stone brick blocks here. I don't like that wood sticking out like that. That might look better. It doesn't look worse, that's for sure. I don't know if it looks better. Again, it's up for change, but that's a good start. All right, so what do we want to do now? I think I want to start extending this roof a little bit. I'm trying to think of anything else I can do. Well, first off, let's put some of these things here. Continue with this quartz theme. Again, I'm going to add a lot of colors to this. Red, white, and gray are probably going to be the 3 main colors with a little bit of wood as well. But good start, good start. Okay, so what do I want to do with this? I'm thinking somewhere back here. Again, maybe like right here. I'm going to extend this up a little bit. And this is going to be like kind of like our back roof. So this might look pretty good. All right, and then down here, I want to extend this out. So we're going to have some, I guess red will run down through here on both sides of here, just kind of coming out from this wall. And then I want to grab something else that I want to try, and that's chiseled quartz blocks. And now I want to use these because they have like this pattern to them that just like, it might not scream like an oriental style, but it just gives it that look that I like. That's better than just regular quartz blocks. So yeah, and I want to talk about what this really is, because I'm going to call it an oriental or Asian house let's build, because I don't want to specify it to one specific country, because I really don't know. I'm just kind of building it like in my imagination what like an Asian style house looks like. So basically, I'm not going to call it like a Japanese house let's build, or I don't know, something else like that. Like that's just not what I'm going to call it, because quite frankly, I don't really know what exactly pertains a Japanese house. So I'm really just going to call it an Oriental or an Asian house let's build. And so I don't, if I'm using like an idea from like one country, it's not going to be like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's going to be, kind of covering like the whole perspective. So I'll have, Oriental obviously being, pretty much all of Asia. So Asian house let's build is what I'm going to call it. I was thinking about calling it like Japanese house, but I just don't know for certain if this is like a Japanese style. Like it could look more Chinese or more Korean. I don't even know like what it could be, like, or Taiwan or Thai. I don't know, something like that. But I just want to make it, Oriental. That's my goal for this. All right, and something different, something I've never done before. That's why I'm intrigued by it. All right, so how's this looking? Not too bad. Let's kind of fill this in. This is just going to be kind of like the wall in here. And as far as a door on the front, I want to make one of those like big doors that you see a lot. Like one of these kind of doors right here. Like have that, and then I can put like a tripwire hook on it. That's probably going to be what I'm going to do here. If I can find tripwire hooks. Those things always avoid me. All right, there we go. Like that. I don't know if this 5 block tall ceiling suits my fancy. It's pretty tall. I might lower it, but for now, it's fine. It's fine for now. All All right, so let's go ahead and continue here. Let's move up to what we were doing over here. And I'm going to have some sort of design kind of coming across right here. And I want to continue like with my theme of anvils. So let's see. If we start in the middle here, if I want to place like, let's see, anvils. There's going to be like a second balcony up here behind this porch roof, which is what we're going to work on next time probably. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. And then I want to go like, I don't know, maybe like 4 across on both sides. So let's go like 4. Or ideally, I'd like to make it like 12 if I can, or maybe even less than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 11 right there. So that's 11. Do I want that to be 12? Do I want it to be? Huh. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this. Let's see. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. That's the wrong block. Let's take a pillar down right here. And have that run through. I don't know if I want that to run through there or not. I don't know. It's kind of undecided right now. Trying to figure out what I want to do. But that's a good start. Okay, that doesn't look right. Yeah. Okay, I did that on the wrong block. So this balcony up here is going to be a second floor balcony for this build. It should look pretty good. Hopefully. I'll place some quartz on this, maybe some like slabs on the side. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. So like that. That looks not bad at all. And then let's see, I want to like jump 1 block in on each one of these, like kind of in the middle here, and take a pillar up. I'm kind of building in the air right now, but I'm just trying to get like the front of this build kind of figured out so I can go from there. Just kind of get like a general scope of what this is going to look like. So I don't know how many blocks this is going to go up. I'm going to say like maybe 5. So let's get some wood running through here first off. Let's have some wood run through here. Spruce wood. Use any kind of wood. I just like spruce wood in the default. It's my favorite. Okay, so let's go ahead and place that in here. Whoops. And let's place 2 blocks of chiseled. And then let's go another red stained clay block there. Then I want to put a spruce stair in here like that. Kind of just hanging there. And I might even get a slab out as well. And stick a slab out right there. That might look pretty good. I'll take it. Okay, and then same thing over here. Let's take this across. And let's take this across as well. So, I'm going to have... Should I have it go 3 blocks? No, just let's stick to the plan. Let's go 2. So 2 blocks up. And then this is going to get filled in here with some red stained clay. But it's probably going to get covered up. So we don't have to worry about that. Same thing on this side. So let's take this across. Like this. And then I think I'm going to go... Yep. Same exact design. I got to extend this flooring here. I'll just use the slabs for now. I'll fix that later. I'll fill it in, make it full blocks in between episodes, guys. Alright, so how's that looking? Let's take this up as well right here. Fill in the blank because, you know, I feel the need to do that. Alright, how's that look? Not too bad. You know what I want to do? I want to take up like another pillar here on the sides of this. Kind of like framing these windows perfectly good. These are going to be windows, obviously, if you didn't tell. So have that there. I might even put a door right there to like open up into that balcony, but that's not guaranteed. Not too bad. It's got potential, and that's what I love when these kind of builds. Let's place some upside down stairs like right here and right here. Just place a bunch of these. Should I put them like right there as well in the middle? Yeah, we'll place them there. Let's get out some trapdoors. Where are my trapdoors at? And let's get out some fence gates as well. Trapdoors and fence gates are going to be used a lot in this build just to add detail. I'm thinking about putting fence gates as the... wait, can I like shift click these nowadays? Oh, I can. Sweet. Didn't think I could do that. Awesome. Shift click. What a feature. All right, so that looks a little bit better. I still think there's more I can add to this. So let's add some slabs right here. Have these sticking out like that, and then I need to make this a full block or an upside down stair block. Not bad. I like that. All right, so that looks pretty good. What else do we need to do to this? I like that a lot, actually. That looks good. As far as the roof is concerned for this build, I'll get started with it real quick, but you know, we're not gonna do the whole thing right now. As far as the roof is concerned for this build, I'm thinking about doing something like this. So let me just kind of plan it out here. So this is going to extend out, kind of run all the way around through here. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's fine. And then I'm going to take this across right here. Basically what I want to do, what I've noticed when looking at like, you know, these Oriental style roofs for like these traditional builds for that style, is that they kind of start off like they're like a curve. You know, it starts out kind of, you know, I don't know what the word is. Like, it's not steep, but then it gets really steep quickly. So whatever the word is for not steep, the opposite of steep, whatever that is. So it starts off, you know, kind of like flat, and then it gets steep very quickly. So that's probably what I'm going to do with this. Like pretty much what I'm doing right now. So it'll start off like that, and then it's going to get steep very quickly. So let's kind of just like put a frame on it just to start. So let me get out some full blocks here. That'll probably help. And not silverfish. I always like grab silverfish by accident. All right, so something like that. So we have, let's see, 1, 2 layers. I'm going to say maybe, well, first off, I want to do this layer here in stone brick instead, just to frame it a little bit better. Like that. And then I would say the next 2 layers will be slabs. So we're on the right track there. And then I want to go like, then I want to start to steepen it. So it's going to go, I'm going to go full block and then full block. Let's get out some full blocks real quick. Here we go. And place those there and there. So full block, and then I want to make it even steeper. Maybe even like a full block and then a half slab as well. So like full, and then like that, and then I can even do that again. Like, oh, that works great because it's like two blocks, but like the slab is covering it up. Yeah, so it starts off as like flat, and then it goes to a slab, so like a half a block, and then 2 full blocks, and then 2 1.5. And then I guess the last one can be 2. I don't know. I don't want to make it like too tall because I think it'll get a little bit ridiculous. But something along those lines, and then kind of like fill that in, and that'll be like the roof design. It kind of like bell curves up, which I think looks pretty cool. So I think that looks pretty good. I think that has a potential to be pretty cool. So obviously if I took this and kind of, you know, filled it across, and then kind of took it up on the other side as well. So like this, and then like that, and then like that, and a full block again. Yes, and then a block and a half, and then 2 blocks, and then 2 more blocks, and then kind of just like, you know, connect it across, and then, you know, you fill in the rest, and that might look pretty cool potentially as like our roof. And then I'm gonna have like, it's gonna get wider. Obviously it's not gonna be like this skinny of a build. It's going to get wider, but this is a great start, I think. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I like this. This is so different from anything else I've done like on my channel. So I'm really excited to continue to work on this. What am I looking for right here? So hard to find stuff, I swear. All right, there we go. Fences and fences right there just to add a little bit. But anyway, that's a great start for like our first episode. I think this has potential to be really cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll come back at you guys for episode 2 of this Let's Build in a few days. But until then, guys, have a good day and peace out.